Hi traders, in this video I am going to finally continue the series where we are coding a complex robot with ChatGPT, and I got many great feedbacks about this series, which I really appreciate. And when I have time, I am always shooting some new parts for this series. So here we go. First of all, I want to tell you that in today's video, finally, we are going to talk about some of the most important, maybe misconceptions, like mistakes that most of the developers, coders, and just traders who are creating their strategies, they are making when they are creating or coding their EAs and algorithms for automated trading, because we have some live trading results, and it is now around 1.5 weeks since I published this algorithm, and since I put it on a live account, because why not? And it is all because I want to show you how a true algorithm development is going down. Even though it is, I try to explain everything in a simple way, so every type of if you're a beginner, more advanced trader, you can appreciate this series. We just reached around 40%. It was at one point at 41% gain. Now it is at 39%, and it is interesting because it might sound weird to you, but I was actually really looking forward to a losing streak, because when you are reaching heights like this, the reality is that you are not going to learn at all from your live trading. And I know it sounds really strange, because but you are winning, how great is that? It is actually good, but if you don't develop the skills to be able to lose without emotions and to learn from your mistakes when you are losing, then you can't make it in this industry. It is one of the most corrupt and cruel industries in the entire world. So you have to forget your emotions, and you always have to learn from the mistakes. And I have many things to say about this. First of all, it is an amazing result for a time period for around 2 weeks. It is crazy. But finally we have a losing streak, and we are going to talk about that in this video. So I am running these 3 set files together in this account that I saved over this series, and one of them is this one, which I just take a look at it, and I know just from looking at it, and it is because I don't even know, but I think I might have looked at more than 100,000 charts and analyzed them over the years. Sometimes I'm doing this 20 hours a day, so and with all the optimization, out of sample testings, EA testings, robustness testings for companies, all these things. And I know that it is a stable strategy. It is a stable set, and it is actually true, because from this particular set, one of the best trades came to fruition. as the biggest winning trade and losing trade, we have a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio in that front, which is just pretty amazing. It was done by another set which is also great. This is a set that is really balancing the dynamic exits very well and the precise entries. So when you are looking at a couple of a losing streak like this, you can ask yourself why it happened, why my algorithm made 3 bad trades in a row. It is not fair. And first of all, it can happen to any algorithm, and I am going to show you what is the hardest part with this. We have this nice looking chart over the last 5 years, which is quite a good period, and what I wanted to show you is that, for example, here we have a kind of a weird RSI threshold, which means that in theory, if we would have a stricter RSI rule, because it was really a volatility based loss, and it was all because of that, because the algorithm wanted to continue selling a little bit here, and the market bounced back. And so we could say that to make a sell trade, you should really have a very good indication that the trend is going to continue, for example. So you could have and it is not a traditional way to looking at RSI, because it is a volatility indicator that is usually measuring overbought and oversold markets. But in reality, when you are coding a robot, don't believe that bullshit. It is not true at all. You are not going to be successful if you are using that kind of trading style with the RSI. And you know, I am not saying anything for 100%, but I have seen 1,000 EAs and with this kind of strategy, and it is always blowing the account after a while, because these kind of reversal trading methods are just not working. So what I am usually doing is I am usually applying it as a continuation indicator. So in this case, I didn't use in this set file the advantages of the RSI that we have for the entry rule, because as you can see, the RSI for long trades only has to be above 20, which is, you know, nothing. And for the short trades, there was a little bit of filtering with the RSI as well, because it should be below 30. Now, in this case, we could say that to open a sell trade, you should really be below a certain a good amount. But that also gives us two problems. The first is that then if you want to sell here, you are not going to, because here it is only around, you know, below 40. Then you would say, I don't even want to sell here because it's too risky, it can bounce back. What's the issue with this? You went as far as around 25, and most developers and traders are doing this. Like, they are then, when they realize that they can have a losing streak like this, even though the whole strategy overall is at a great place, but with emotions it is very cruel, then they try to apply all these crazy filters to their strategies. And the other side is just, they are just not using any filters, and then they are blowing the account because there is no filter at all. So it is not an easy task to figure out which one is the good like filtering method, because you can't avoid losing streaks, but you can, for example, make it not a 3-trade losing streak but only a 2-trade losing streak. And if you calculate the data analysis, the statistics of your strategy, risk to reward, in your edge over the market, you realize that yeah, 2 loss can happen, but I am still very, very profitable. And this is what matters. But I want to show you something. Like, for example, you would say, I don't want this kind of bullshit losing streak, and I want the long trades to only opened when the RSI condition is above 60, and for the short trades, not just 60. Let's do like something crazy like 70. And for the short trades, because here we have seen that if you don't want those losing trades, so you don't want to sell there, you have to have below 20. Let's see what our algorithm is doing. I hope you are following my thought process. I am not planning these videos really, because I just want to make sure that everything is as real as possible. I am not testing these beforehand. I just want to show you the reality of developing something and trying out different methods. Yeah, now we have around 3 trades and it is not good. So it turned out when you want to avoid those 3 trades, you avoid all the good trades as well. And this, you write it down now. This is the most important thing, single thing that you should remember. When you want to eliminate and filter all these trades by just adding adding indicators in an intelligent way to filter out trades, then you are going to end up having no trades at all. We can say, okay, adjust these back because it is just not the way to go for this particular setting. And you could say that what I want is the ADX to be at an extreme level, for example, to filter out bad trades. That so you only want to take a trade when the trend is insanely strong. So you can use like it is already insanely strong, because usually people are using 20, I think 20 for the ADX. Let's see what we filtered out, because maybe it is working much better. I see that there is definitely less trades and we have no short trades, but we can help by doing this, but maybe that way we are not going to be even profitable, so who knows. Yeah, or maybe it was just too crazy, this ADX. Now we have a couple short trades as well, long trades, and so it is a better way. It is just a better way to filter out trades. I wouldn't choose this over the original one, but this way at least you filtered out some bad trades, you have trades for both sides, and you are happy with that. But I have some different solutions for this problem, and I am going to show you what it is. Because, and now I am going to take it back to 30, because in my opinion filtering out with indicators is the hardest way. It is really something that most traders are failing at anyway, so why would we learn this kind of filtering? And I might add, yeah, we have filtering methods like the ADX and the EMAs and everything, so it is not that we are not using a kind of a like well put together strategy. In the next video I am going to show you that technique, which is, I think, better than filtering out trades with indicators after a while, when you can't really filter out the trades with indicators without losing a ton of profitable trades as well, because you filtered those one out too, and it is just the way it goes. In the next episode, that is going to be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I'm going to show you those. But before ending this video, I wanted to show you something very interesting, and that is that usually when you are testing an EA, and that is specifically, like, we have some parameters that are specifically made for the 1 hour time frame or even 4 hour time frame, but not the 5 minute. And I want to check it out how this EA is working on a 5 minute time frame, because I am going to be honest, this strategy is much better than I expected. Like, much better. I didn't expect it to be this profitable on a live account. I didn't expect it to be profitable in testing for the first parts. I was expecting to have some, mediocre results that I am showing you that, this is the start, but it is, I don't know, maybe all those indicators and logic put together is working well, working better than some of, some complex EAs as well. So I'm just curious how it should work, how it is working on a 5 minute chart, which is much more trades. So it has a huge statistical significance. It is going to be over 1,000 trades, well above 1,000 trades, I think. Yes, and for some reason it is profitable, and especially in the last periods, while many EAs are failing, for some reason it is profitable. It made around 100%, and many trades. Very interesting. So it basically means that the entry strategy is strict enough to filter out noise, and that the exit strategy is good enough to exit the trades at good spots, even on a different time frame. So all the parts are dynamic enough, which is very important. I hope you enjoy this part and you wait for the next part and watch the next part as well. Ciao.